Hello everyone. I'm a little bit late. I'm just trying to make sure this is straight. Welcome to Sunday, Scrapbook Sunday. It's a little bit different. I haven't been here for a few months. You've joined me at Sharon Dalton Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we're going to use one of these workshops on the go scrapbooking guide, because this is what is going to be or how our new scrapbooking kits are going to be set out. Sorry, I'm in my words here. Stampin' Up! Employed one of the close to my heart people who worked with the kits. So she has been helping them design some kits that will work with our holiday mini. And so 4 kits will be released on the 4th of September, and they will all have like step-by-step instructions. I'm just trying to set up the tablet while I'm talking to you. Step-by-step instructions on how to create a page. Now, my tablet is being a little bit of an annoying thing today, and it will not let me go to my page. So let's have a look here. I don't want to go there. I do apologize for the hold up. Let's have a look. It says I'm here, but it's not showing me what I want to see. There we go. Let's see if I'm live. Okay. Let's get this. It says that I've got internet, but it's not showing me live. So let's have a look. Happening now. Am I live in the event? Let's have a little looky see. Maybe I'm live. Yes, I'm actually live in the event. So I will share this over to my actual page as well. So sorry, just writing a post. Workshop on the go. Sorry for those of you who have joined me and I'm not talking to you. You might want to start the video a few minutes in. Workshop on the go with all instructions. Now this is very different to the way that I normally scrap, so that should be working. Let's see if we've got live. Hello, whoever's watching. Sorry, that was a bit of a rocky start there. Everyone found me eventually, I hope. Righto. So, might have to move this up a bit, I think, because it seems like I'm out of screen a bit. But I'm in my little, I've got some little marks here on the table for me to know where to set it up. Please pop in and say hello. if I can't see the live chat, I will set it up on my phone as well. Hope everyone's having a lovely Father's Day with their fathers or their husbands, or sadly both Barry and my father have passed away. So hello Kay, how are you? Yes, you found me, very good. Today I just thought, look, I may as well do a scrapbook page. So like I said, I'm going to use the Workshop on the Go kit from Stampin' Up. So when we get these, they come in a kit like this. This is one that I've previously started from this thing. I won't be using these papers, but I will be using the instructions. So when you get your Workshop on the Go, it tells you all the things you're going to need, and it shows you a detailed outline of your pages. So for me, I usually scrap on the go. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to put a bit of this here and a bit of that there and a bit of something there. But for this one, I'm just going to focus on this page for now, because I don't want to be here all afternoon, but apparently it makes it easier with these cutting directions. So this is what the layout's going to look like. Well, there's kind of what it's going to look like. All of these die cuts and things will be in the new kits. So there's 2 Christmas ones, there's a Halloween one, and there's a fall one that will be released on September the 4th. So you get these instructions, detailed instructions. This is the other page. So I've just pulled a few supplies out. Don't really know what we're doing, but this is the part that we need to worry about, is these pages where it tells you what to cut it out of. Okay, so it's telling me for this one, because I want to do this photo here, it's telling me out of Colonial White, which I will just use our normal Stampin' Up! White, but they are bringing out a 12 by 12 called White Willow, and it's a little bit different to our 12 by 12, and apparently it's beautiful. And then on the other page, they tell us on the Sweet Sorbet piece of DSP, you're going to cut this with your Cricut. Well, I don't have a Cricut. And then you're going to cut this little journaling mat here. And then we will also need, let's go back here and have a look. D. Yes, D. So on this one, they're telling you to cut D out of this DSP here. So yeah, so a little bit of back and forth, but I'm going to make it work. And then along the bottoms here, they've got some strips. Well, on the Close to My Heart ones, I don't know if they're going to have them on the new Stampin' Up! Ones, but on the Close to My Heart sheets, they have this strip here. And that's what they've used on this bit here. It's probably on the other sheet, which I haven't pulled out. Let's have a look. They might have just cut this piece, actually. They might have just cut that piece. So yeah, so it'll take me a little while to get used to it, but I'm going to get started. I'm going to use the Take to the Sky papers, and I'm also going to use some of the Country Woods papers. So just bear with me. Right, so we've got our white for our background. A little mark on that one. Should be good because most of it will be covered. Do we want want to use white? Yes, I think we will use white as our background. I did bring a bit of basic grey in, or grey granite. I think that actually might be. So let's have a look here. I think we might use this for our little strip bit. And then I think we might use this one for behind the photos, because the photos that I'm using are these ones from our son's wedding. So there was blues and greys in that. That one and that one. Jeff with his dad. Yeah, so quite a few nice photos there I thought we might use. Please pop on and say who's watching and where you're watching from. I would be really interested to see. So we've got our photos, so let's get to cutting now. So for this one here, they have cut it out of sorbet. Now, they haven't actually told me how long that is, so I'm just going to eyeball it and work out how far on my page I want to put that. So let's have a look here. Let's get our trimmer. And because this has got a bit of a diagonal on, I think that will work actually. I think that will look good. What's everybody been doing? So let's have a little wee think about this. Yeah, think about that wide. Because it's cut on the Cricut, it's done with a cartridge. Whereas this, I'm just kind of winging it. And it's not quite the full length of the paper. So I'm gonna make that about probably 7 inches long, I think. I like to use my trimmer upside down because I can see the measurements close to the bottom here. So let's put that there. So I reckon about 7 inches. Let me have a look, see what that looks like. No, I reckon probably a little bit more, maybe 8 inches. I'm going to go 8.5 actually. And like I said, you're still sorting, Kay. Well, I cannot wait to see your studio when it is sorted because I think it's going to look amazing. So let's have a look here. So imagine that piece is going to be this piece here. This piece. And then they've got this big strip between the two of them. Where's our original picture? I'll be flicking backwards and forwards with these instructions. Yeah, they've got this big strip behind here. So I think I might cut that as well. So that is A and B. So we're cutting A out of our duos. So I think I might actually use I might use this nice one from Country Woods. So like I said, it's going to take me a little while to get used to these cutting instructions. So they said A is A. Five and a quarter by 4.5, and they've cut it out of that piece. So 5 and a quarter. You didn't realize you had so much stuff. I know all about it. 5 and a quarter. So I'm going to cut this at 6 inches, so that I've got at least another full sheet, a full half a sheet left, so I'm not wasting too much paper. And that is the idea of this Stampin' Up, using these instructions. 5.5 by 4. So we only want it 4 and what? 4.5. So 4.5 by, we'll get that piece over there, by 5.25. So 5.25. So that's how big we need that piece for that side. Chop that back up there. So this one's going to go down here. How far up? Where's our picture? A fair way up. And then this one's going to go over the top. So let's have a look what one we're going to use. I don't really want to cover the whole background because I want to do some stamping in the background. And then we need a D matte out of, they're saying the same color, so let's grab that back. So 5.25 by 7.5. 5.25 by 7.5. Let's hope I haven't chopped myself too small here. Let's have a look. 7.5. Oh, look at that, perfect. By, what did I say, 5.25. So we just need to take that little strip off there. Okay, so we've got that little bit and that little bit left. So far, just our little strips that are left. So I'll just put them out to the side. So this is our big photo. I do not have enough room on this table. Okay. Now this C mat that goes underneath, it's just a little bit bigger, so I'll just make a rough plan for that one. Sorry, I was just having a chew on something and nearly choked. Okay, so let's have a look. I think I might make it this this grey, or is that going to make it too dark then? I don't think so. I don't think it is. Right, so let's chop that one because it's only just a little bit bigger than the than that photo mat. Let's have a look here. So what's everybody doing that does have family and who are hanging out with their better halves, worse halves, whatever they like to call them? I call mine my better half because he makes my world. Today he's been busy out in the sun, pumping up the tank down the front because the creek's got water in it. So he's just pumped that up today. So there's those two bits. So how are we starting to look? Is it starting to look like the plan or not? Right, let's bring that back in and that down there. Let's bring our plan of action in. So where's our instructions now? So I think it's starting to look like that plan. We need to have a couple of other small photo bits here. So I will chop those ones I think out of... I'm not very good at following instructions, girls, I'm afraid. I like to make my own kind of plan. I might use that blue. There we go. Okay, so it said on the instructions 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 photos, but let's see, because we're cutting it out of paper, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, so they're actually squares, which is silly because they look like rectangles. So let's cut those two, and then we can cut our photos. So what did I say? 2 1/4. So 2 1/4. Making sure my paper is straight. Do a quick zoom up there, and then 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Who else loves scrapbooking and is excited about the new Stampin' Up! Scrapbooking products that are coming? Right, so we've got that piece left over there. So, up there. I think I might corner around these corners on these guys. So I've got a non... Actually, I might just do 2. A non-SU corner around here, because we currently don't have one in the catalogue. So, oops, something needs to go that way. So that one, we're not going to fit 4 on here because I didn't make my measurements long enough. But that's okay. I can sort that out. Okay, so let's have a look. So that and that. Now I'm going to run the edge of this through the die cut machine first, and then I'm going to run it through a new embossing folder called the something plaid. It's the brand new one. Where's my catalogue? Where is my catalogue? It's not here anywhere in quick viewing pleasure. I don't know what I've done with it actually. So let me just grab the die to do that, because I did forget to pick that up. And then I'm going to use a couple of changing leaves and some textured timber on this layout as well. Notes of nature, I'll come here. Even though you're retired, I'm going to use you. I'm going to use this one here to create that edge. So this is since retired, haven't done any scrapping really since she moved north. Looking forward to a revived interest. Hello Lisa, how are you? Thank you for joining me again. Have you had a lovely Father's Day with your husband or your father? I don't know how far away you live from your parents. Okay, so we need some cutting plates. Just going to move these out of the road for a minute so I can bring the big shot up here. No, what's it called? Stamp and cut and emboss machine. Okay. So we need a platform 1, we need a platform 2, we need a platform 3, which is looking a bit scratchy at the moment, but it'll be right. And then I'm going to cut this on the outer edge. So it's going to be a bit smaller, but I'm just going to cut it on that outer edge. Need to put some washi on it so it doesn't move. Lisa, do you do scrapbooking? Hopefully that'll stay there. Hello, Hez. How are you, love? I know Heather loves scrapbooking. Are you excited to get back into the scrapbooking now that Stampin' Up's bringing some new product in? I know I am. Right, I'm just going to turn this one around now. So we've got 3 there. So I'm going to line that one back up with those 3 and run it through the other end. You made it. You sure are. Very good. I'm excited too. Gonna start some classes again, Heather. Just got to find that location that's not going to charge us the earth. I've tried a couple of times before, but not really got into it. Yeah, it's one of those things that you kind of just got to look at it from the perspective that, you know, you're creating some lifelong memories, you know. And I know as card makers we kind of struggle to make a bigger page, but that's what I just say to people who are learning. You know, really it's just a bigger scrapbook page, a bigger card than what you're used to doing. So now I'm going to emboss this, because if I had have embossed it first and then tried to cut those, the embossing would have gone flat. Hooray. And I'm going to do it in town, Heather. So you don't have to try and drive out here as well. Just trying to source a location at the moment is the most expensive thing. So I might even have to contact Athelstane and bite the bullet and, you know, go there, because at least it's air conditioned. It has good tables. Yeah, we need somewhere, because Mum doesn't go to Talbot Estate anymore. I don't think they will let us have it back there. So I'm just running this embossing folder through now. There we go. Oh, thanks. That'll be great, Heather. So there is our woohoo, nice background. So I'm just going to get this out of the road. Look at how lovely that looks. Now, another exciting thing with some close to my heart products, they used to have what was called two-tone cardstock. And in that, it meant that it wasn't printed like our papers all the way through. It was printed on one side, flipped over and printed on the other side. So you got the two tones. So Stampin' Up gradually over the course of between now and the next catalogue, I'm just going to have a drink of tea. They are introducing two-tone cardstock. So what you'll be able to do with that is, like on any of these raised edges, you will be able to sand it back and you'll have a white core. So I need to just trim off some of that edge because I don't want that entire line in there. So I'm just going to trim that one. I would only be doing scrapbooking for me. I've no hubby or kids. Nieces and nephews aren't interested. Yes, I see that, you know, that's could be an issue for some families, that they don't have, you know, the people who they would like to share the memories with. But yeah, it's perfect for yourself because look, there's so many events we go to and things we do. And like today was a perfect example for me. I was looking for some photos to use on this layout and I went looking for, you know, some old, what do you call them? Memory sticks, cards. And I found so many photos that I'm like, oh, I could scrap that or whatever, you know. So there's so many memories on our computers, and we're not printing our photos, so we should be printing our photos. So let's get this page back in here now. All right, let's have a look. How are we looking? I need to try and keep that in the picture, but it's very big, so we're not going to see a lot of that. But you know what? Typical of Shaz and typical of what Sharon does, she's going to chop most of that out of there because I can use that on a card front. So we know that we need it. Yep, so if we go on the insides of that line, look at that. I'm going to chop it from there to there. So what are we on? We're not quite, we're just over the 1 inch line. So, and this is what I mean by the way that I scrapbook. I just go, oh yeah, I just want a bit of that there and a bit of that there. And I typically don't follow an actual plan. And Heather knows what my scrapbooking pages look like at the back, because Heather used to come to my other classes and we would cut pieces out, but because you're going to stick them in an album with another page behind it, you're not going to notice that they've got these bits missing. Yes, you know that they're there, but look, nobody's going to know that that piece is missing. Save it for another page and some cards. Absolutely, Heather. Absolutely. So, our plan is starting to come together. And now because we've got a bit bigger border up here and at the top and the bottom, I think I'll trim it down so it's about the same all the way around. Thank you, Heather. I do love it, and you know, it really does make my heart happy when I'm scrapbooking. The last layout I did for Scrapbooking Global, I actually just popped in the post to send to my daughter, because it's of her daughter and I just felt like she had to have it. You know, it was unfair of me to keep that one. So I popped that in the post to her, and I'll just create another one for myself. Okay, so let's see if I've chopped it down too much. No, I think that's perfect. Then this one's going to go over there, and then that can go up a bit higher, and that one has got to be straight there. I've just got this other piece underneath just in case I did decide to make the other page. And then now we need a title piece, 1.5 inches by 6 inches. So what color paper do we think we should use for that? Let's have a look here. Like I said, I'm using the Country Woods and the Country Lace paper, as well as the Take to the Sky papers. It's another Country Lace. What's on the back of this one? What about that? Would that look good? Maybe. Maybe that would look good. I think the others are just too blue, I think. F and G. What's F and G supposed to be out of? Let's have a look at our directions here. F and G are out of white cardstock. So our title's supposed to be out of white cardstock too. So, Colonial White should have been the grey, but I don't want to use the grey. Yeah, I think I'll use this grey paper. I think. There we go. A lot of toing and froing, I know, but I will get there to a somewhat finished page sooner rather than later. So now we need a, what did I say? 1.5 inch by 6 inch piece. And I'm going to take it out of this lighter piece. 1.5. 1.5 by 6. Now, the beauty of these rulers on our Stampin' Up! Trimmer, just move this back for the minute. I don't know if you can see here, but on the trimmer arm, there is some measurements. Some people have put a white strip of paper under there to make it easier to see, and that's why I use my trimmer upside down. So let's go back to our 1.5 inches now. 1.5. And then I know I need to stop here at 6.5. So 1.5, and there I am at 6. Okay, now I'm just going to flip this over because my whole arm to there is 6 inches. So I'm just going to chop from this bottom bit to that mark where I've already chopped it. And hey presto, there is our label for our title. So let's have a little wee looky-see here now. So I think it's coming together nicely. I think I will actually put my photos on this, and I'll put some journaling or something in the middle of those ones rather than the photos being, these colored ones being here. Okay, so we've got that. We need a strip now, a B strip. Where did the B strip come from? From the pattern paper. So that was where I said that she had used this paper here. Okay, so pop that back. So I think I will do it with one of these colors that we've already used. One of these. Maybe this one, just to bring some more of that color in. So, need that paper back. And we need our trimmer back. So this one, we'll use it on that one, I think. So 1/2 inch by 12. So that's one strip. And then the other strip, that's for the other page, but the other strip is 1/2 inch by 6. So again, knowing where our 6 inch is, we can drag our blade to 6 inches, chop that, and then flip it over because we know that it'll sit flush up against that edge there, and we know that we're only going to chop that 6 inch piece off. There we go. Okay, so how are we looking? So we've got that piece there. it's looking pretty good. Now, let's think about some stamping now. And was this one over the top of it? No, it was right to the side. So it's more over this one, and it's right to the side there. So that's kind of what we're looking at. What do you reckon? So the stamp sets that I bought out to play were Softly Said, because it had some big sentiments on it. You Are Loved was one that I thought would be great. Happy Father's Day, thank you, you are the most awesome. I bought this one, Textured Timber, Changing Leaves, and this one I thought we could also use because it's got the wedding photos. So because we've got, let's just put some texture in the background here. So I'm going to use this one first. Okay, leaning there in front of me. Now, what I also normally do when I'm making up a scrapbook page is I grid it out so that I know where my 4-inch, my 8-inch marks are so that I can get things straight. So that's where I bring in, which I wished we had one of these. It is a close to my heart product and I absolutely love it, but since I've got my glass mat, I love it too. But this helps me grid out so that I can make sure that I'm putting things straight. Because there's nothing worse than seeing things crooked. So I'm just going to quickly do that while you're waiting. I should have done it beforehand, I know. This will only take me a little minute. So I just line it up and put a 4-inch mark there and there so I know where that part is, so that I know that's 4 inches. And because we've got things already placed there, I'm just going to put some lines on that, and then I'm going to line it up at 8 inches and do the same. It just helps me keep things straight. Okay, so a line there, a line there, a line there, and a line here. And the same thing on this other side. So I'm just going to flip the whole thing around. I know it's probably not as important to some people to do this, but it's very important to me. Because there's nothing worse than seeing something crooked. There we go. And then again at 4 inches. Right, there, and there, and there. And because that one's mostly covered up, I won't need to worry about that. Right, so let's flip it around now. Okay, so I want to put a bit of texture in this background. So I'm just going to use this textural stamp here. Just to put a bit of colour in the background. And I'm going to use, I just realised this paper behind here, this cardstock, is Pebble Path. So I'm going to use that one today. Creating with some Christmas stamps. So I've got Christmas stamps on all my blocks. But now, I don't mind if this is not straight. This does not have to be straight for me. So we're going to open this up, but I'm going to stamp off because I don't want it to be such a strong colour. And I did have a piece of paper here to stamp off on, but I can't find it. Hang 5, girls. I've just got to get a piece of paper. Good old computer paper. Now, let's kind of work out where this one's going to go. Just want to put that up there. So I am going to put my ink up there out of the way. And I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm just going to put some in here behind that. And then I'll do another piece of that down here. I'm just creating some interest in the background there so that we can have some colour behind this. There we go. Now I'm also going to do some up here where this bit's going to sit. So we know that it's going to sit on a bit of an angle, but I'm still going to keep it straight for me. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit there, that's stamped off. Do another bit there, and I'm going to put some down here as well. Now let's put our bits back on there to see how much we're going to see, because we want to be able to see it. That one's going to come over there, that one's going to go there. I could have made that one come down a bit further, so I might put some more just down a bit lower. Right, let's have a look here now. That. This on an angle. And then this one this way, so it's up a bit higher. So let's put some here as well. Whoa, we got an ink pad there. We don't want to get ink on that. Let's bring that back in. It's going to be on an angle as well. How's it looking, girls? And I think we need some up the top there. Need some there. And I think we need some down here as well. Let's have a look now. It's all a bit of a process, but we get there in the end. Let's have a look. I actually feel like we need some out here, so I'll just do some for out there as well. I just keep looking at it, seeing where I think we need some interest. So I think we need some about there. Let's have a look. Now, where's our diagram? Let's have a look. So we've got that. This one's going to go a little bit closer to that. That one's not so much over it. It's mostly there. So I could have gone a bit higher there. Let's bring it down. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm pretty happy. Right. Now, let's stick our bits down. Now, don't worry about these pencil marks because I will rub them out. And because we are sticking a photo to these panels, I will use tape on these. That's just me and my OCD. So just bear with me. And I'll put some tape on these. Won't take me very long. I don't like to use glue when I'm using photos on a layout. If you've got not tear and tape, if you've got Seal or Seal Plus, you could use that because I do believe that our Stampin' Up! Products are acid free. And that's just because they're made from, all of this is made from trees, and the trees have the lignin in them, and that can leach into our photos. So we don't really want them to be damaged. Still got some people watching. Please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. And if you like this video, it would be wonderful if you could share it. Share it with your friends. And I hope you're having a lovely Father's Day with your families. Okay, so let's stick that one down first. Now the only thing with tape is, once it's stuck, you can't move it. So got to make sure that it's in the right place. Hello, love. How are you? Thanks for joining, Jules. Did you get to see any of your kids today? Did they come out and visit their dad? Right. Let's have a little looky-see here now. I want to see a little bit more of that, so I'm going to move it up a little bit higher. So I just hold it up and then stick it down. And now all these other bits that I haven't pulled off, that's when I pull them off now. Oh, yesterday. Oh, lovely. Come on. It's a little bit tricky when you got it facing away from you. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And now, again, pop this one down. Oh, look at that beautiful paper I'm hiding. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to cut some of that out before I stick it down because I can't bear to waste all that paper. Let's have a little wee think. Is anyone laughing at me? I know, I'm a crazy human. Crazy, crazy. If you ever get a card from me, you'll realize that, you probably won't realize, but it will possibly have all of the innards chopped out of it, all the gutses. But that's just the way I do it. Okay, so I know it's a pain for you to sit here and watch, but let's have a look. What photos are we going to put on this one? So I really love those two photos. But I really love that one too, even though he's blowing his nose. Actually, no, we might use these two. These two will be perfect. A big hug and then a laugh. What do you reckon? I reckon that's pretty good, that one. Okay, so I totally understand the paper's so nice. I know. So let's grab this back. My husband's trying to sleep while I'm talking. Poor guy. But I'm just going to chop because we're not going to cover all of this up. So I'm just going to chop that far in. All the way around. Because most of it will be covered with photos. There we go. Look at that. Saved enough for a card front. Because, have a guess what? The photos are going to cover it. Look. Ready? Look at that. Perfect. So there are our two photos for there. So I'll stick that one down now. Who else does that? It's a bit hot out there today. I've spent all the day in the studio today not doing anything. I've got to do some washing this afternoon. But I spent the whole day in here. Baz was filling the tank from the creek and he needed a hand to put the pipe in the tank, so I went down to help him do that, and I had an extra shower this morning from creek water, but anyway, the creek water's pretty fresh at the moment. Don't have to worry too much. Now, if you do have trouble with your tape being too sticky, what you can do is you can, oh, I need a bit more tape there. You can do what I call fairy wings, and you can fold out your frames like that and then just kind of hover before you put it down. That looks pretty good. And then now you can just pull this out like that, so that you don't have to worry that you've got all your sticky tape. Me, I was taught by you. Yeah, Jules, sorry. You can pull all your tape off now. Now, these other pieces that are not going to have photos directly on them, I will just use glue on those ones. But anything that's going to have a photo on it, I like to use tape. So like this piece, I'm just going to glue that straight onto there. Now, what have I done with that? I have to be careful because I don't know what I've done with it. I don't usually like gluing on top of my project. I usually have a silicone mat. But, like everything, it's taken legs and gone walking. So I'm just gonna stick that to the edge of there. And then this one, there's not going to be any photos on that, so I'll stick that one as well. Now you don't need a lot of glue, just as long as you've got enough to adhere it down. Glue's something that you kind of have to be a little bit less is more with it. I see a lot of people really struggling with glue, but I actually love it. It's my preferred adhesive of choice. Right, so now we're going to stick this one there. Now, that one's not going to have photos on, but these are. So I will put tape on those and I'll put glue on this one. Now, see how this is a bit lower than that piece? What I normally do is I normally put a little bit of cardstock in underneath there so that it's the same height. So just a little strip. And it just then becomes the same height as what that is. And you don't have to worry then that it's going to be a bit lower than the other piece. So I'm just going to stick that on there like so. Oh. Okay, and now it's the same height as that other piece. It's not sitting down lower. And this one, because it's going over paper, will be fine. So I'm just going to glue that whole piece. And then this piece as well. There we go. And now, where is our title piece? Here's our title piece. I just realized that should have been under there. But anyway, we'll make it work. We'll make that work. So these ones that are going to have photos on, I'm going to put some tape on them. Starting to come together nicely, actually. Heather, if you're still there, I'm surprised you're not at Barella Bar this weekend for the Barella Bar Bash. Or did you go when you're already home? Just need to chop that off. What did I do with my scissors? I can't find my scissors, so I'm just going to have to chop it, peel it. I thought about it, but I don't care. Why not, Heather? Are you too precious? Right, so let's pop that one up there. You don't want to rough it, hey? How's that? There's one. And now, you know what? We might be able to get 3 of these in here. And like, even though we've got this sketch and it says that, you know, there's other things in there, you can adapt it. You can adapt it to your needs. You don't have to follow the rules. And when it comes to scrapbooking, I'm a bit of a non-follower of the rules. I was supposed to be having a bit of a catalogue launch out here on the weekend, but I just haven't been feeling well enough and wasn't organised, so otherwise we would have been going too if I was feeling a bit better. Okay, there's that one. So that one's going that way, so we've got to make sure that this one goes this way as well. Now I have just noticed that there's a bit of glue on the edge of this down here. I'll wait for that to dry and then I'll wipe it up with my special Here we go, this is the one we want. So what size did we have to make them? They were 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Let's get this back again. Have you got a strip? Do I cut a strip? No, I mustn't have. Right. I thought I did, but anyway, I've just cut another one. By 2 1/4. And I'm just going to round those 2 corners again. No rules with scrapbooking. I love that. And we will have the templates that we'll be able to use afterwards. Yes, that is going to be the best thing. You know, for those people who don't know how to scrapbook, these templates are going to be so amazing because all the thinking has been worked out for them. Now, let me find my... Yes, I think it's going to be the best thing ever, Heather. I can't wait for it to be released, but we have to till the 3rd. Right, so look at that, perfect. See, made my own reels. I could have actually made it a bit bigger, that one, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use this one. Thank you for those of you who are hanging with me. I am getting there. It is coming together. Scrapbooking is a fairly time-consuming little project. You know, you might be able to whip out a few cards in a day, but scrapbooking pages, I tend to take a bit of time and work out how I want to put them together. So a little bit more planning with them. Right, let's pull this off. I don't know if you can hear Barry over there, but he's fairly well snoring. Right, let's have a little looky-see now. That one's on the inside of that line. That one's on the inside of that line. I think I can stick it about there and safely say that it's fairly well straight. Right, now our title. Yes, we could cut one out, but I think You Are Loved is a pretty good one. Perfect photos to go with that paper. Yes, that was my plan, Hez. Let's see if this works. Right. Take that stamp off of there. Put this one on. Just going to move that up a bit so I can stamp this. And I'm going to stamp it closer to this end to make it a bit smaller. Now this is one of those distinctive stamps, so it looks like the ink's not completely covered it, but it has. I love these stamps because it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm usually about it being perfect, but look at that. You are loved. Right, let's get a chamois and clean that off. Put that one on that side and clean it too. Now, I will not completely finish this layout on my live with you because I will probably go in and cut out some more bits and bobs to be put around the place. but I'll put the title on and then I'll put the photos on. Now, You Are Loved, I've decided is going to go here. Just perfect, 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 perfect. Now, because it doesn't have any photos on it, I'm just going to glue it down. Actually, I'm going to pop it up. That's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put it on dimensionals. Seeing as though we haven't used any dimensionals today. Trying to drink my tea before it goes stone cold. But the thing I love about this kind of scrapbooking is that while you've got the plan to get the basis done, you've then got the ability to make it your own. You don't have to copy exactly what the designer has created for you. I don't know where my other pair of scissors have gone. Anyway, yeah, so you don't have to, you know, do it exactly the same as what the designer has done it. We don't want any saggy bits on our title. So I'm just putting lots of dimensionals on them. Right, let's bring that back in here, that back up there. I do love this mat. I need to go back in and sandbox it to say we need a mat like this. Even though we've got our glass mat, this one's just perfect because it's got the 12-inch lines all the way around it. Okay. Right, let's have a look. You Are Loved. And I just love that little bit of wood grain that we've put in the back here is reflected in this piece here. So let's have a look at our photos now. I think we'll put that one first. Jeffrey's wedding was 10 months ago. I still am blown away thinking about that. Thinking that it's almost been a year already. I'm going to chop a little bit off that top and then I'll work out exactly how big, sorry, old mate with who's walking there behind. See, I might even put something up there so it doesn't look like I've chopped that poor little boy's head off. So we've got that one, and then this one I'm going to chop down to about the same. That's Jeffrey's head. So just put a little mark here. And a little mark there. And then a mark there. So we can get it to almost the same size. I think I might need to bring some changing leaves in here and bring some of that light coloured of the photo in. So now where did I chop? There and there. It was a beautiful day, the day they got married. We'd had those stinking hot days in October, and then the day that they got married, we thought, oh God, we're going to roast out here. And I thought that me being in a, you know, nylon-y dress, that I would roast as well, but I didn't. It was such a beautiful day. Look at that. How good do they look on there? They look so good. I might just take another little bit off the tops of these. So if I make them 3.5. Let's see. I make that 3.5 and I make that 3.5. 3.5. Hello, Mum. You forgot, did you? Oh, that's okay. I'm getting to the good part. I'm putting the photos on now, so everyone else has had to wade through and watch. So there's our photos for those ones. But let's have a look here. What have we got? I think because we've done the after the wedding part, I think we need to have some more photos from the after the wedding part. And I don't think I've got any more of those printed out. Let me just have a quick look. Oops. Whoopsie. Sorry, guys. Let me have a look if you're still in view. Because I really shook that camera then, didn't I? Let's have a look. Right. Let's have a quick look through these photos now. See, look at these beautiful florals from the wedding. Let me have a quick look. Hey, there's a good one of me laughing, but that was as they were getting married. Laura pretended that she was going to kiss him before the ceremony, and then she's like, no, no, no. So it was pretty funny, actually. There's that nice one of Jeff and Laura. There's one of me and Jeff. Yeah, no, there's none that's really appropriate for there for now. You know, that one might be, because that was afterwards. But let's just stick these other ones down for now. I'll leave that one for there. Yep, let's just stick those down. Now, again, because I'm sticking the photos, the one of you and your boy is nice. Yeah, I think I will put that one in, Hez, but it's a bit big, that one. Might have to make it a smaller size so that fits in these other. But I want it to be basically about Barry and Jeff. Oh, there's my other pair of scissors. Basically about Jeff and Barry, this layout. So there's plenty of me and Jeff were taken on the day. There's some beautiful ones of him and I dancing at the mother-son part of the reception. So I could, the one... Who has her funny ways? All right, that one. And then this one. Are you talking about me, Mum? Yeah, like I said, I definitely won't finish this layout because I will come back and find some things to add to it. Laura, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that part was really funny at the wedding. Everyone thought she was leaning in for a kiss, Jeff included, but no, she's like, you're not having a kiss just yet, mate. You haven't said the I do's yet. So yeah, so that was pretty funny. Right, let me have a look now. Do I need to put this one underneath? I think I do. So let's not put that one in there. Let's stick this one down first. And here's my fairy wings again. I just pulled these out so that there's only a little bit of it that has adhesive showing. And then that way the whole thing doesn't stick. Right. That looks pretty good, I think. Now again, I could have put some little bit of cardstock in there just to stop them from falling down. There we go. And now this one, we need to make sure they line up and stick that one down. Beautiful. So yeah, so I think I'll come back with some, maybe celebrating you somewhere in here too. Some of these ones, I don't think we need trusty tools, but I did pull it out. But yeah, I think I'll come back with the rest of this layout. But let's have a look at this template. Look, there's that bit of paper I was looking for. I knew I'd cut one. So let's have a look at our photo. Here we go. So here's our sketch, our layout, and then here's mine. So I think it looks pretty good. I just need some extra bits to make it look totally finished. What do you reckon? Uh-oh, we're going round and round and round and round. But I'm pretty happy with that. I know I've probably been on here, yeah, an hour and a half, but yeah. Wait for me to finish it and I'll pop it up on my page. And I really, really, really appreciate everyone coming and watching. And hopefully I can do this regularly because, like I said, I really love scrapbooking and it really makes my heart happy. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, only a couple more days till we can see the mini catalogue. Thanks, Jules. I might even do the second page. I might even do this page and photograph them together so that you can see the whole lot finished. Thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate you tuning in on your Sunday, on Father's Day. So goodbye for now. Thank you very much.